It's just right. Make sure we see everything. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're gonna turn towards the east and give all glory and praises to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akapidash.
double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings unto the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, we come with a beautiful lesson. I mean, really, you know, we out here week in and week out, pretty much, you know, prophesying about the downfall of America. All right, and the bringing of Jacob's kingdom, man, and then also Jacob's trouble as well too. All these things are about to approach the earth, man. All right, so hopefully, man, we get into the lesson going into the parable in Matthew the 13th chapter, man. All right, Yahweh Shah was speaking the parable, ultimately a dark saying, pretty much. You know, a saying that can only be confided and unlocked by those whom the Lord is only dealing with, right? You see? Because ultimately, man, the Lord is not dealing with everybody in the world. Everybody in the world don't have a place in the Lord's truth, man. You see?
Yep.
Not even our own people, man, whom the word is for. That's how serious this thing is, man.
Yep.
You know, this is strictly for the elect. Only the elect is going to be the ones that's going to please the Heavenly Father, man. Well, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into songs. We're going to start out with songs first, because we got to introduce whom this word is for, man. Okay, go ahead and get that songs, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He shore up his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation.
Right, that's the point, man. He showed up his word unto Jacob. Reread it again.
This is Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He shore up his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
He showed up his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel, man.
Yep.
This word is for us and by us. Okay?
Yep.
Moses didn't go up there on the mountain writing the commandments for Esau, Edom, you so-called Edomites. All right? I mean, you so-called white people. All right? Moses didn't go up on the mountain and wrote commandments for Moab, man.
Yeah.
You Chinese, Ammon, you Japanese. He didn't go up there for Ham, man. He went up there for Israel, man.
Yeah.
All right? This whole book, law, statutes, and commandments, from Revelations, from Genesis to Revelations, belong unto us, man.
Yep.
So when you think about this word, you think about the nation of Israel, the relationship between the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, and his people that he said near unto himself, Yahshua. Okay? Now let's go ahead and let's get into the parable pretty much.
God, this is the book of Matthew chapter 13 and verse 1. And it reads, the same day went Yahweh Shai out of the house and sat by the seaside. In verse 2, and it says, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
So pretty much the Lord had kind of, you know, a group of people surrounding him, you know, not because he was finna dance, not because he had, you know, big chains and rings, no, man, because the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, man, this word is powerful, man. Words are powerful. Words can encourage you. Words can bring you down. You see, people say, what they say, words don't hurt. Well, according to Hebrews 4:12, the words actually do hurt, man.
Yeah.
Piercing asunder both spirit and joint, man. Hey, this word ain't no joke. That's why it's only given unto Israel.
Yeah.
And guess what? We know that it's not a joke, because the Lord is going to judge Israel according to the word pretty much, man, of not keeping it, of not having it.
Yeah.
Because it tell you in Baruch 4:1, this is the book of the commandments and the law that endure forever. All they that shall leave it shall die, but all them that shall keep it shall come to life.
Yeah.
Be thou illuminated, O Jacob, man.
Yep.
You see? And those people, that multitude was illuminated, man, by the word.
Yep.
Why? Keep going, huh?
And it says in verse 3 of Matthew 13, and it says, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. Verse 4, and when he...
Pause right there, man. What's a sower, man?
Someone that plants seeds.
Someone that plants seeds, a farmer, man. And when you sowing, it's a certain mindset you got to have. You got to have consistency. You got to have faith that seed may grow right. You know, patience, courage, determination, hard work. No matter what time out the night, no matter what time out the day, you sowing that seed, man.
Yep.
You see? Hey, get that precept that say, I sent my prophets out rising early.
I think this is Jeremiah.
Yep, Jeremiah. Give me that one that say, I set up watchmen upon thy walls which should not hold their mouth day nor night.
This is Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 25. It says, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have...
Who was they talking about? The nation of Israel, man. Because who was in that vigorous captivity? Yasharala. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, you was in that captivity, man. And you was getting your ass handed to you, just like you in this captivity, yet this day, in this captivity, getting your ass handed to you. Right? You getting whooped, man, left and right. It's more mental than physical. It's bills, it's rent, it's insurance, you know? You even got to fight within your own household, man, due to being under the hand and rulership of this devil, man. Esau, Edom, these so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. Hey, keep going on there. What's going on with y'all?
Come, this is back in Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 25. And it reads, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them.
Right, because if anything, before anything catastrophic happens, pretty much, the Lord sent his prophets out to warn you, or to tell you. Sometimes you don't even have time, because the prophets are already telling you your judgment right then and there.
Yep.
But it's also to pretty much no cloak for your sins. No reason for you to pretty much say, I didn't know.
Yep.
You know? The prophets come in and be like, because you done did this, or because you done did that, that means to speak before. You know? Sometimes the prophets are warned, or sometimes the prophets are come right at their moment and tell you your judgment. Similar to Nathan with David. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
David already did the act already. But what happened was when Nathan came, after David did what he did, then Nathan came and spoke up the judgment.
Yep.
You see? That's what I'm talking about. And then similar to what that's what you call sudden.
Yep.
But then you got it to where similar to Jonah, right? You prophesied to Nineveh all these years. You prophesied Noah. You prophesied for all these years, all this time, patience. Then guess what? Eventually the judgment happens.
Yep.
So the Lord always sends out his prophets, man.
Yep.
No matter what time, pretty much, man. The prophets on go. That's pretty much what I'm basically explaining. They on go. Similar to the angels, man. They excel in the strength of the Lord. They can't wait. They on go, man. The Lord used the body of the prophets. Yep. Hey, the dish you out would need to be dished out. Give you your sentence. And hey, you finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead and get that other one that I called for.
I was going to say, like I say, for the Most High, he's a merciful power. Like, he'll give you chance to get your act right with you Israelites. Like, I forgot the scripture. I think that was just Jonah. He gave them time to get their act right. Yeah. And then eventually, you know, the king hearkened to the voice. If you don't get your act right, hey, this the judgment I'm gonna bring upon you.
Right.
So the Lord give you a warning. He sent his prophets out early in the morning to warn you. Hey, if you don't come back to my ways and do what I require you to do, this is what's gonna happen to you.
Right.
So you can choose to follow his way, or you can go based off of your own understanding.
Right.
And it's gonna lead to death.
And it's ultimate because you have not received the engrafted word, which we're gonna get into it. Keep going to that get that whole day piece day nor night, because we still on the part where it says the sower came to sow. And pretty much going into the sower is a farmer that sows and tills the ground. Ultimately deals with hard work. He's determined. He's making sure his shit is on point, pretty much, man. Precise, making sure everything is in order according to the guidelines that's set up for him to make that pretty much make that plant blossom. All right, go ahead.
Come, this is Isaiah 62.
And that's how we use.
Right,
and that's how we use with the word of Yahweh Shema Shah. We determined, man. We up week in, week out, making sure we have faith. You see? Go ahead, keep going.
Hey, if I may add, just like the brother Yasaman would,
Effort.
yeah.
Hey, and it says in Isaiah 62 and verse 6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, keep not silence.
Right, you didn't make mention of the Lord. Keep not silence, man. Why? Because when this word is being preached throughout the four corners of the earth, eventually the end is going to come.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it shall speak and not lie, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, famine, sword, pestilence, death, mass death. The Lord coming to even put down niggas, man.
Yeah.
All that is prophecy. I don't know what you learning in these churches, but that is not a short word of prophecy in them churches, man.
Yep.
That is establishing your own righteousness. Okay? That is a vain opinions that you niggas are conjuring up in these churches, man. That's it. Go back to the soul.
Come, this is back in Matthew.
Go ahead, reread that verse.
Come, this is back in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 3. And it reads, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. Verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
Yeah. Keep going.
And it reads, and the fowls came and devoured them up. And it says in verse 5, some fell upon stony places,
Right.
where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth.
Keep going, because if you have the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, you clearly understand how it's talking about the word.
Yeah. Basically like the word that takes root in pretty much everybody.
It didn't take root. And then you don't grow seed on no damn stony ground. You take a seed and put it within. You take a seed and put it within stone, and you tell me what you gonna get up out of it.
Yeah.
Nothing, man.
Yeah.
It has no soil. It's not fertile. It's not deep in the earth, man. See, the Lord has special nutrients and elements within the earth to make things blossom, man. Similar to this plant right here. You know, them little flowers, man. You see, whatever seed was planted up in there made those flowers grow. So you can't put no damn seed in no damn crack of the ground and think you about to get some, man. You gonna get fucking stepped on. You gonna get footprint marks, man, for niggas stepping on that seed, man. Y'all should know something about that. Yeah, keep going.
Come, finishing up in Matthew 13 and verse 6. And it says, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away.
Because they have no root, they wither away, man. You see, because they wasn't Because they wasn't sincere, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it all boils down to.
Yeah.
Your real sincerity of really wanting to be cleansed, man. Wanting to be changed. You, hey, go ahead and get Psalms 1, get Psalms 119. Watch the word.
Yeah. Get that.
You said branches abide.
Yeah.
The what?
He the branches in the vine.
He the vine. And I want you to get that one that say, he that I'm the branch, and he that abide with me, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the one you getting. Okay, that's the spirit.
It's a John.
Yeah.
No.
This is Psalm 119, starting in verse 9. It says, "Whether withal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word."
Wherewithal should a young man cleanse his way? By what?
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
By taking heed thereto according to thy word, man. The word of the Lord is very important, man, of taking heed to. You take heed to every saying on the earth to help you, nigga take heed to money. Money bag will sit there and, put the motherfucking camera up and say two things. Hey, man, get that money, man. And nigga gonna take heed to that. What it say, when the rich speak, everybody extol their heads to the clouds. Give them their full divided attention. But when the poor man speaking, they say, what manner of man is this, man? What manner of man is this, Yeah. Why is you talking, man? What weight you hold? What money you got? What fame you hitting on? Yeah. Who know you? But little do you know, man, this word is more precious than fine gold. You see? Because ultimately that's how you get cleansed, by the washing of this word, man. This word is going to cleanse you, pretty much. This is that true baptism. When Jake go to church, Jake will think he's baptized, and, pretty much. You slide down, man. Jake will think he's baptized in the name of the Lord, in that chlorine water. Pastor take a deep breath and baptize you and come back up. Ain't nothing changed, man. You still the same nigga. You see? You don't have no root. Nothing happened, man. Right.
I got a precept. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26. That he might be sanctified and cleansed with the washing of the water by the word.
Right, sanctified, man. Go into that word sanctified, huh?
This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26. And the word sanctified.
I know I wanted in that, let me see. Oh, yeah. Good. Trying to get that green. I want it in the blue letter because the blue letter says something that I like. It says
Adiazo, in the outline of biblical usage is to render or acknowledge or to be vulnerable or hollow.
To render and to acknowledge. What are you acknowledging? You're acknowledging that this word is about to be burned with nuclear fire, and there's no way to only be saved but by believing in the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's right. You acknowledging that this is bullshit. Partying, having fun. You say as in the days of Noah, right? They was eating, giving into marriage, turning up, living a good life. But when that flood came, they wanted some sympathy.
Exactly.
They wanted some acknowledgement. They ultimately wanted to be protected. But you was never there, man. You wasn't engrafted. All those, see, you was the one that was on this stony ground pretty much, man.
Exactly.
Here it is, you heard the word, but guess what? It had no place in you.
No rooted.
No roof. Man, we gotta keep going on that Matthew 13 because we're gonna explain that. We're gonna self-explanatory chapter. Do your thing, God.
To separate from profane things indicated to God.
Beast that be like any fornicator, profane person that's Esau. They're dealing with his mannerism, man. A lot of our people have took it on the mannerisms of him. They have lived in their beast state of mind, man. Why? Because they have wandered away from understanding, which ultimately the understanding of what? The laws, statutes, and judgments and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah, who the word equally called God and Jesus Christ. You ultimately have wandered from those things that hold you to a high standard above all nations of the earth. You know? Here it is, you have lowered your standards. You have trimmed your ways to seek love, man. Yep. That ain't no good thing, man. That means you have dubbed down your principles, your morals, your character. You ain't shit, man. You done took off your crown and put on fucking Levi jeans and some Air Force Ones and some grills in your mouth. You have separated your royal diadem, man. You know, you have taken off your garments. You have left your palace to stay in a fucking apartment in South Haven. You niggas have chose a poor estate over the true riches, which is the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. So those that are sanctified gonna acknowledge all those things, man. They're gonna acknowledge that, hey, I need to do right so that I can please the Heavenly Father and His Son. Keep going on that. That definition not true. There's some more on there.
It says to consecrate things to the Most High, to dedicate people to the Most High, to purify, to cleanse externally, to purify explanation free from guilt of sin.
Right. The only way you're going to be free from sin is only by what? Believing in Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yep.
For you Christians, they be saying that you saved already. No. The word sanctifies you. Not no just regular fucking water, man. I can go dunk myself. I can fill the bathtub up right now and dunk myself in water. And I promise you I won't feel no different.
Exactly.
But when I read these scriptures, man, this great inspiration, this divine influence, man, it takes you, man, you get in the trance, man. You be locked in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if I may add, you know, what it say, work with all till a young man cleans his ways by taking heed.
Right.
So you gotta take heed.
Shema, you gotta listen.
You got to apply.
Jake feeling it. Then you don't even understand the reward of listening. The reward of listening, you receive what, brother? You receive life. It's a specific word I'm looking for. What comes by hearing? Go ahead and get it. That's the spirit. Let's get it. That's the scripture top. It's a beautiful thing when it comes to heresy. See, people don't understand. Right. Go ahead and read it. Go ahead and read it.
You got it.
Nah, not right.
And then I want you to go back into that, we've been on that definition for a minute, but edification coming out. I want you to go back into that definition, hit the root word of it when you go back in there.
This is Romans chapter 10 and verse 17. So then, faith cometh by hearing.
Faith come by hearing, man. Keep reading that verse.
And it says, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Right.
Verse 18, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily. Their sound went into all the earth.
Have they not heard, man? But surely the sound went throughout the whole earth.
Yeah.
Therefore, when the judgment comes, people ain't gonna have no coat for their sins, pretty much. You know, they go to church Sunday, but you don't learn nothing in there. You don't learn the fear of the Lord in church. You learn that He accepts you for what you are. Therefore, you act the way how you act because you have been told or taught by the precepts of men of how to fear Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yep.
So you living off of he say, she say, which is scary as hell. You don't have no sure word of prophecy. You living out he say. If your life consists of a he say, she say, that's confusion. Therefore, when the judgment of things happen unto you, you have nothing to fall back on. Only thing you're going to be falling back on is he told me, she told me, he told me, she told me. Right.
You don't have no foundation.
You don't have no foundation. Ultimately, you don't have no what, bro? Root. Faith. You don't have no faith because you didn't hear it for yourself and you didn't apply it.
Yeah.
Man, get that, my son, if thou would be wise, apply wisdom. You feel me? I want you to go back to that definition of sanctified for me before you get that. Get apply wisdom right quick.
Okay.
And then still go back to that purple. What you got out there?
This is back at
The word
sanctified.
Sanctified in the blue letter Bible.
In a blue letter Bible, and it says to purify externally by renewing of the soul.
That's the root. By the renewing of the soul, man. We are in a dead state of mind, man. And I'm talking about our people are. So therefore, the only way they can be renewed and their old man can be shaved off is by taking heed unto this word.
Yep.
Keep going on that definition.
It's the root word in the etymology, and it said most holy thing, a saint.
The most holy thing, a saint. You see? He had respect unto his what? Chosen. You see? He had respect unto his chosen. We have what's that? Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. Because they ultimately trust in the Lord, man. Yup, Proverbs 2 and 2. Go ahead, read that.
All right, come on. This is Proverbs chapter
2 and 2.
All right. Come on, start at verse 2. And it says, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding.
And apply thy heart to understanding, man. See, wisdom don't just stop right there. You gotta have, once you hear the wisdom, you gotta apply it. Then once you apply it through the experience, it starts to become an understanding. So now you knowing what you're doing pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, then you have an understanding on what to do. You like, okay, I know how to, you know, it's steps. It ain't just stopping wisdom. Wisdom everywhere. A motherfucker tell you 2 times 2 is hey, well, I'm gonna tell you 2 times 2 is 4. You know? Yeah. And then you'll perceive that person as wise because he's good at mathematics.
Yeah.
You know, but ultimately, man, when it comes to the words of Yahweh Shah, it takes more steps than that, man. Once you understand the wisdom, you gotta, once you receive it, and the only way you can receive it is by what, brothers? By applying yourself. But no, not really. This is something I'm looking for. The one with the Lord, give me Job 36 and 10.
Yep.
I like that. Not at 10.
All right, come. This is Job chapter 36 and verse 10. And it says, he openeth also their ear to discipline.
Who opened their ears unto discipline? Yahweh Shah, because even within that chapter it say when deep sleep falleth upon man, then the Lord set up the instructions. So men will think that the way how they're moving and operating in life is based on their self-will, but it's not. You never had will. You're moving according to what the Lord been put within you, man. You know? A lot of y'all have a wandering spirit within y'all. Plus you are your daddy Esau. A lot of y'all are vagabonds. You know? A person that has no home. No set foundation.
Yep.
You know? You are wanderers, man. And where are you wandering from? Understand? All like y'all got Shema Shah, man. 144. Yep. That's it on there.
No, it's a mo. And it says in Job 36 and verse 10, he openeth also their ear to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity.
Right, and commanded that they will return from iniquity. I know 11 look good right now, don't
Yes, it does.
Nah, you just hold it. I want you to hold it. Read Matthew 13, and we're going to go back to 11. Because, man, the point is, man, the Lord operates on the mind of humankind, man.
No. Going back to Matthew chapter 13 and verse 5, it says, some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth. Right. And it says, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. Verse 6, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. Right. Verse 7, and some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Right, some fell among thorns, and the thorns what?
Choked them.
Choked them, man. All right.
Keep going.
And it said,
those thorns are what? Like things in these worlds. The money, these women, you know what I'm saying? The things that they get a time to, except for the instruction of Yahweh Shai. Right, you got it, huh?
Yep. And it says in verse 8, but other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold.
So like talking now we talking. So that's the point, man, right there. You doing exactly, you following the guidelines pretty much, right?
Yep.
You see? My son, if thou would be wise, apply wisdom and instruction and understanding, man. So now you're knowing how to ultimately spur the ground, put the soil in, you know, seeds, water it consistently though. Each day. What it say, be instant in season and out of season, man. You know? Make sure that they flower, make sure that they, your main goal is to make sure that that flower blossom, man. Make sure that it blooms, that it looks up the park.
Yep.
You gotta be determined, hard work, hopeful, ultimately goes into faith. And you gotta be consistent.
Yep.
You know? That's how you're gonna, that's the three characteristics that a farmer must have. And you gotta love it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just be like, man, despising what it say, grieve not the Holy Spirit. You sitting there, don't want to do it. You like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I'm tired, man. Lord, please, let me rest. Let me get one eye. What it say? At least I destroy you in security pretty much, man. Yep. Going on that. Let me see where you at on that parable. Yep, read 11, and then I want you to jump over and where it breaks down the whole, pretty much parable.
Okay, you want me to hit 9?
Read it all the way through it.
Okay, all right, come.
And then just jump to the breakdown of the parable.
All right, come. This is back in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9. And it says, who have ears to hear, let him hear. Verse 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Give First Peter, is it 1 and 8?
Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given.
Got that up?
I think it's 2 Peter 1 and 8.
Read that again.
Yeah, read that again.
Come on, now, this is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 11 again. And it reads, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right.
I was gonna say, yeah, and those them that's not given, ain't not to be elect. And that's 2/3 of our people, man, that don't have ears to hear, man. Just like it's going into the pearl, was the seat, the soil by the wayside, man. Everybody everybody mind is one of the ground that the Lord has said. Either you a stony ground, you know what I'm saying, a fertile ground. Because these are the minds of these people. And hey, we spiritually right here on the wayside now, and we the prophets plant seeds, all right? But the Lord, he get an increase at the end, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit, bro. Yeah. I lost that precept within my mind. I was thinking about it earlier. But what it say, Apollo's water, but the Lord give it the increase.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get it. It sounds beautiful when the scripture says. You know?
That's what the Lord is bringing down to the disciples, man.
Start at 1. The point is 8.
And that pearl.
Because ultimately what it say, it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Second Peter, the first chapter, is going to break that really all the way down, pretty much. There's pretty more precepts to break that down. But,
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. I have planted, Apollos water, but the Most High gave the increase. So then neither is he that planted.
Read that one more time.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. I have planted, Apollos water.
See, hey, that's what we doing out here. We're playing, man. We telling our people, hey, you an Israelite from the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right? Hey, Jesus is not his name, okay? And we telling our people we planting these seeds, man. But, hey, read it again.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. I have planted, Apollos water, but the Most High give the increase.
The Most High, he give the increase, man. So, hey, it's not of us, hey, that you see that, hey, that we're doing this thing, all right? It was of the Lord, man. Hey, the world was planning, we heard it, just like everybody else have heard it. But the Lord, he gave an increase to his chosen, man. Just like he would tell the disciples, man, it's only given to those who have ears to hear. Because everybody has ears. Everybody has ears. Well, unless you don't have a disability. But, you know, the majority of people have ears to hear. But spiritually, they don't, man. All right?
Yeah, if I could say, like, it's basically up to the Most High for you to receive this. Like, we can only break the scripture down, but at the end of the day, if we can break it down in plain to you, it still wasn't matter. Because if you're not of the elect, hey, you're not of the elect. If the Most High didn't chose you to receive this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, it don't matter how plainly we break it down to you. You're not going to receive it. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. I have planted Apollos water, but the Most High give the increase. So then, neither is he that planteth anything.
Right, now that's a cut because that's making the Lord actually telling the prophet and the one that received the word, like, hey, both of y'all don't have the will of receiving nothing gracious from me unless I give it unto you.
Yeah,
you know? So the prophet can't boast and be like, yeah, man, that's my fruit. Like it does that. That's my fruit. I took him in. He coming with me. If I fall out, he coming right with me. Man, hell no, man. You know? You ain't here to increase. In order for you to increase, you gotta have a strong desire for the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why I say desiring of sincere milk. You see, because you gotta have a strong desire to want to change your life, to want to seek righteousness. It takes a man, a real man, to stand up and fight against this evil world we live in, man. Okay? It's bad, man. I know, it smells like straight piss. The Lord got a sense of humor. Because the moment they passed and she shook her ass, it smelled like piss, man. The Lord is pissed with this society, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got one, pretty much going with what y'all brothers was just saying. This is John chapter 3 and verse 27. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven.
Woo! Good. Why? Because according to wisdom of Solomon, wisdom comes from what? Above, man. So in order for you to receive this wisdom and knowledge, it ultimately you gotta be worthy. You gotta be a worthy opponent. Because you gotta put up a fight to get this knowledge, man. You gotta go through hell to get this knowledge, man. Right, crooked ways, she gonna try you, man. You know? Oh, look at that woman, she look good. Yeah, look at her man. Yeah, you see it, they together, what you gonna do? That's a try. You see the Day of the Atonement coming up, brother. You want the Day of the Atonement, a piece of chicken fall in your damn face. What you gonna do? You gonna eat it? You know?
know the sun went down.
Right.
I got 30 more minutes.
Right. Here it is, your woman sitting there, man. She was mad at you the whole week. The moment the Sabbath come in, she want to start poking you and walking around in the towel and shit. You know what you gonna do? Right. Exactly. That's why that's what wisdom do, man. That's why I say, what it say? Say not that the Lord has caused me to sin. Pretty much, man.
Draw the way by your
Right,
own
yeah. Lord, you did this. Nah, nigga, you did this. You fucked up. Because why? You didn't apply wisdom. You didn't incline your ear. You didn't listen. You didn't pay attention. You didn't put up. You prophesied by everything else. Did you fucking seen that? You know? You didn't see that coming. You let that little shit make you transgress, man. And that's why a lot of our people gonna die, because they, like the brother said, the thorns. Go back to that, man. Them thorns so small, but our people make it so hard, man. Man, I can't put the weed down, man. I can't stop lining up to her, man. It's too hard.
And that's why the Lord said his
It ain't gonna be hard when the Lord come and kill you. You know what I'm saying? It destroy you pretty much. It ain't gonna be hard for the Lord to do that. But one little thing is gonna make your ass transgress and fight against the Lord. Niggas.
I want to say that's why the Lord said his laws are not grievous.
Right. You make it grievous. Your mentality, the way how you thinking too hard. It's like getting put on the spot. You just, you start thinking what you thinking out there.
It's the cheat code, man. Because the praise to the Lord, man, he'll help us with our birth, man. Hey, put it back on the Lord, ask him to help us, man. But a lot of people don't want to hear it. Like Jake, they just walk by. If y'all see him on the camera, when the brother said they can't put the weed down, they can't stop lining up, he's shaking his head no. Like, all right, you just condemn yourself, bro. Like, you ain't showing no efforts of, you know what I'm saying, of trying to please the Lord or anything. You just giving up, man. Just they weak. Oh, god damn, that's just a piece of rock.
It make us mad, but overall, we know who gives the decrease as well, too.
Con, it says in back in Matthew chapter 13, back in verse 11, and it says, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. And when you go into mystery, we're going to not given unto ordinary mortals, confided only to the meek and humble, but stumbling blocks unto those that are wicked. You see? Those that are unrighteous. You know, because this word has no place in them. A word don't have, what it say, wisdom would not be in a deceitful body, pretty much.
Not the will of a malicious soul.
Malicious soul, man. A lot of you niggas malicious. You're backstabbing, you're unrighteous, you're haters of the Most High, you're disrespectful to your parents, you're killers, you're murderers, you're robbers. Hey, the Lord not gonna deal with you niggas, man. You know? Now don't get me wrong, the Lord can rehabilitate spiritually on a brother, you know, on a person that he wants to be brought into ministry. Brothers did a lot of shit, you know. Brothers done kicked doors before, and you know what I'm saying? You know, but other than that, I mean, you know, we change, man. But it gotta be a sincere change. It can't be no half-assing, pretty much. Wayside. You know? Keep going, man. Keep going, man.
And it says in verse 12, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
Right, even that thing he have, and that's talking about a prophet, man. Here it is, you're supposed to double your talents, triple your talents, man. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. The Lord wants his money, man. And we got to make sure that we sowing in that right seed, man, doing that work, man. You see? Everybody getting paid the same penny. But guess what? The requirements for the job is hard work, enthusiasm, spiritually minded is a requirement at all times, man. No carnality, no nigga shit, no gang, no yeah, bitch. None of that, man. Righteousness. Men that has principles. In this world, they call those classy men. Men with class. Guess what? We got class too, spiritually. We on the level, man. Yeah. What I call for?
That's how you want it in the parable. That's how you want it in there.
Go ahead. Alright, jump to 18.
Jump into verse 18 in Matthew chapter 13. And it says, hear ye therefore the parable of the sword.
Now, let's go ahead and let's let the scriptures break down everything we've been telling y'all so we won't look like we just coming out our own mouth, man.
Right.
Go ahead and read that parable.
Right, and it says in verse 19, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth, and it says, and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth, and it says, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside.
Hey, and if I may add, it said the seed is this word. And if you talk about that, like the brother got some people right now, hey, and if you see week in and week out when prophets out here teaching, you will see that play out. You know what I'm saying? Physically. Yahweh Shah saying that it's going to happen. You see that happen now. Hey, Jacob be out here trying to receive the word. This woman to come here, you know, and cast him out. Jacob be receiving the word. Esau come and act like a demon. You know what I'm saying? And they won't be able to receive the word, man.
Right, or a fucking Hellcat wide body track hawk ride past people. Jake turn his head. Turn on that shit was fast. He forgot the important message. Or a girl, they could be saved too. Here it is, you trying to hear the word, and you see a fine woman, right, walking. You don't throw off your concentration, man. What they say, a woman's beauty cheers the countenance. You know, just her beauty alone, just looking at her gonna make your ass. Jake don't be like, when you look at a beautiful woman. You smile at her like, damn. And it's brother, man, Jake will look at her ass from Gay Oso, from BB King, from that end. With Peabody at, where that damn cafe at, man. Staring right at Eve at like, dang. You know?
But that's why you gotta have a certain mindset, man, to really, excuse my language, basically say fuck the distraction.
Fuck the distraction.
like you gotta have that from first.
You gotta have.
Because even in Sirach, they say desire not a woman for her beauty anyway.
See how the precepts come back to back. That's the spirit. Here it is, the beauty cheers the countenance. But hey, don't sit there and set your mind upon the beauty, because guess what? Remember that you are in captivity. This is survival mode. You know? You can't get no, you can't have no damn happy family in survival mode, man. That's impossible.
Just going back to what we bringing out. Hey, Jacob desiring the beauty of a woman and receiving the word. Now his mind said, like you saying, walking down, all he thinking about all the sexual shit he could be doing except for receiving this word, man. All right? Them part of the, hey, Yahweh Shah finna break it down. I'm good. Read that back out again.
Yeah, read that.
Yahweh Shah breaking it down.
It's beautiful, because I had the brother hold 2 Corinthians 4 for a night,
This is back in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 19. And it says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Right.
This is he which received seed by the wayside.
Seed by the wayside. So that means he was just walking up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, shit, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to believe. But overall, when it comes down to it, it's ultimately 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. Because you got a spiritual demon saved, then you got a physical demon saved. You see? And another way our people is blinded. Yeah, physical action, cars, women, fights, squeals, arguments, joking, playful ass spirits, you know? Throw off the concentration of them learning the word. But the most important thing too is that spiritual demon, physical demon too. Esau has filled the mind of these people, and to where they already blinded. They already by the wayside.
Yeah.
Why? Black culture.
Yeah.
Why? Stimulus checks.
Yeah.
Jesus, Cesare Borgia. Church. The God of this world has blinded the minds of them, man. Go ahead, get it.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, starting at 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, man. You know what that scripture just said? In a nutshell, if this beautiful, precious gospel of Yahweh Shema B'Shah, the word of the God in Jesus, is not given unto those, it's because they was already predestined to damnation. Reprobate silver should the Lord call them because he has rejected them. You go into the word term reprobate, it goes into an unprincipled person, not of the elect, predestined to damnation. Your destiny is already decided. To hell with you. That's what that scripture just said. That's why you can't receive it.
Yeah.
Find it, you know, pretty much move. Like it, fuck out of here. I'm fishing. Here it is. Like with that parable, with the fishes, but then you might pull up some fish that's fucked up. You know, fish got a hole in his gut.
Yeah.
You know, all fucked up. You gotta throw that shit back, man.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the chicken industry, messing with chicken. Man, I had some chicken that I had to throw away. You know, some chicken had a hole in it. It was great. I was like, hell no, I gotta throw that away. When we talking about raw chicken, I put a glove on and I had to throw some of that shit away. But the chicken that was whole and looking good, able to be cleansed, was perfect. You know, I know it's carnal with chicken, but hey, it's dealing with the elect as well too. You know, they did find gold, man. They did find gold, that gold dust in the midst of a world full of darkness. That's the only little bit of light that I come to collect, man. You got something you like you want to bring up?
I was going to make it.
Alright.
Verse 4. Whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Right.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Right. Least the doorway of salvation should shine unto them. Least the doorway of them understanding where they need to go, how to be saved, what's coming, should shine unto them. Least they know who their enemy are, should shine unto them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you lose that's withhold from you because of your rejecting the knowledge of Yahweh Shema B'Shah. Because you have rejected the Lord, he rejected you. So you don't know who your enemy is, you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're headed.
Yep.
You lost pretty much, man.
Hey, you Israel, but you got a lost sheep for the house of Israel because, hey, Yahweh Shai said, my sheep hear my voice.
And Paul said, hey, not all Israel is Israel, man.
Right.
Yeah, these just...
But they say every brother ain't a brother. That's a worldly saying, but that was biblical. Just like every Israelite is not an Israelite, a true Israelite according to standards, morals, principles, actions. You know? Going on that beautiful parable, man.
Come, and it says,
Start from where it's at, because we've been talking for a little minute, so we don't want to lose Jay's point.
Come, this is back in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 19. And it reads, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away. And it says, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. And it says in verse 20, but he that received the seed, and it says in verse 20, but he that received the seed into stony places, the same is that heareth the word, and it says and a none with joy.
Read it again for me, brother.
All right, come.
Just read loud.
All right, come. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 20. And it reads, but he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it.
Keep going.
And it says in verse 21, yet,
that means but.
right,
Exclude all this happy shit that he done, all this joy that he so-called put on for this word. Exclude it. What's good, huh?
Disregard everything I just said and listen to it now.
And what's a similar another word that you can use besides but? Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So basically, exclude him being joyful for the word. Don't listen to. Don't think about this, because then you're gonna lose the purpose. Think about this. This is what he did. This
right,
is action.
right. And it says, you know, like the brother was saying, but, and it says, yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Man, you see that numerous of times, man, and even speaking on it is true, you know. You hate to speak on it because it's a fearful thing. You see that with brothers that once came in, and now they out. Yeah. They got offended by and by. Order set up, things being taught to councils. Yeah. Hey, man, don't despise the councils, man. Yeah. Please. You don't know what the hell you're doing. We need counsel in a world full of darkness. Even when you think you done got it and you think you understand, you still short. Yeah. We all fall short of the glory, man. You still come up short. You don't have, think about it, man. You're not in a position to say what you're not going to do and what you're finna do right now when it's pertaining to righteousness and establishing righteousness and being a great example of righteousness, you know? Think about it, man. Think about it. Your back is against the wall, man. And who got your back against the wall? The Lord.
Yep. Yep.
You know? You gotta, receive all the counsel. My son, of thou wise, incline thy ear to wisdom, man.
Hey, Akin, what he didn't understand was Sirach 2:1. I come to serve the Lord.
Spread our soul for temptation.
Man.
Because sometimes, okay, say your brother didn't offend you. The adversity in the head that you catch might be offending you. But you nothing should be offending you anyway if you have the understanding of that, right? My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Because you're ultimately going to be tried. I'm accepting gold, right? That's all I'm accepting. Purified, fine, tried in the fire gold. I don't want no brass. I don't want no silver. I don't even want a diamond. I want gold. That's specifically what I come for. And you got to get it to the Lord. You got to show forth it. You know what I'm saying? You got to. That's the requirement of the job. To be that gold, man, that fine gold that was purified. Now you are made an example. Think about it. You're going to be honored in the kingdom. You can be honored on this side, but it can only be for so long until you die, bro. You know? Everybody forget you. Like people like Kobe died in 2020. I nobody think about Kobe right now in 2023. You know? Nobody thinking about him. All you did was dribble a fucking basketball. You're no different than LeBron. That has no value. You're no different than any other motherfucker that died playing basketball, man. Right. You're no different. You didn't do nothing. Yeah. But those that incline their ear to this word, those that fear Yahweh Shema Shah, a book of remembrance is open unto you. Your name is going to be honored through the kingdom of heaven. Yep. For being that strong, stiffly stood soldier for Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yep.
Keep going on that prayer.
Come, and it says in verse 22, he also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and it says, and the care of this world and the deceivableness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
So the thorns, the care of this world, riches.
Yep.
Sound like this a man that didn't want to leave the world pretty much, man. Right, you want to stay in there pretty much. Think about that. Think about you being boxed in a room full of bullshit. And then here it is, you have a chance to escape that room and find life. You know?
Yeah.
But here it is, you like, nah, I'm gonna stay. Hey, it's like that really in the world. You tell people, like, people tell you their stories and shit. Hey, man, I used to be a nurse.
Yep.
Oh, I could, matter of fact, it's a lot. I could be a nurse. I got my license, I got my certificate.
Yep.
You ask that nigga, well, why the hell you working at a chicken spot in the hood, around 2/3? Well, these my friends. I can only relate. I only feel comfortable when I'm with them. See, that's why a lot of people gonna die, because you don't know how to come outside your comfort zone, man.
Right.
See, when you're dealing with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, it's gonna move you out of your comfort zone, man.
Exactly.
You're not gonna be able to put your foot up and shit, you know? Hands on the back. That happy family. Oh, my woman smiled at me, but now she mad at me because I'm in the truth now.
Yeah.
Oh, my kids love me, but now they embarrassed of me because I go out there and I preach the word. Now my family don't even want to invite me to reunions because they think I'm going to just bring out the Bible and slap it on the table.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, you got to stop, man, caring, man.
Yeah. Fuck how they feel.
Fuck how it turned out, man. This Memphis, man. Fuck how it turned out, man. Jake say that and do it in carnality. But you gotta do things in righteousness, man.
Yeah.
It's all, hey, we should stand up and arise against these evildoers for me, for my name. Stop caring about what people think, man. Stop. Because the people don't even understand where the hell they going any fucking way. You're talking to a blind person. Think about that. You're talking to a body that has no understanding of life. Ask them niggas how they see themselves in 10 years. And if any nigga tell you marry in the house or a fucking certificate, man, leave that nigga, man. Hey, it's supposed to be salvation, man. Spiritual. Ask a nigga about ask him about the universe and the stars and the constellations and the animals. Earthly things. I can tell you earthly things and you still won't receive it, man. How much more spiritual things, man? Pertaining to the spirit. Go ahead and finish that parable out, brother. Get what you got right quick. So we about to close.
This 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
The commandments is not going to take you to eat, man. If you love, that's love. Love is keeping the commandments. Being obedient, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah. So if you don't, if you take pleasure in this life, hey, you ultimately going to be in that peace state of mind. You're going to be party on wheels, right? And that's the name of this bus right here, where you're supposed to party and shaking their ass and dancing like they're having a good time. You know, they're not having the spirit of discernment upon them, man. They're not aware that evil is approaching the earth.
Yeah.
You know, talking about scrub the ground, man. The Lord is gonna scrub judgment with these missiles, man.
Yeah.
The missiles gonna scrub the ground, man.
I was going to say, that what made that person choke the word, because he still cared for the world, the love, the riches, the shit that Esau, Edom offered to him in this world. But not looking at the spiritual thing that he can receive everlasting. He's looking at the temporary thing.
What did Satan do? To try Yahweh Shah.
Exactly, come on.
Show him numerous of kingdoms, including this one. And what the Lord did. Man,
Yep.
Satan, get your ass out of here. No, get something behind you. You know?
Example of what we just read right now, man. Hey, we telling the world, but hey, he cared about this society and the shit that he want to do, man.
Exactly.
The Lord is giving the counsel of 3 types of men, man. 3 types of people on your mind, man. Because in the world, they say you got people that's knowing, that's willing, and then don't know shit, man. All right? And then hey, they the knowing in with them. because they know the judgment of the Lord and they willing to please the Lord. All right? We just not no motherfucking pastors or these other Israelites just here. They know the truth, but they ain't willing to what call upon to confess the true name of the Heavenly Father. All right?
Because they ain't about it, man.
They ain't about it.
They ain't about their righteousness, man. They ain't about their times of God. Man. They about evils. What that, Ryan? In Hebrew?
What do they say? You know, if I may ask, they wise to do evil, but
to do good and no knowledge. They don't know where to start. And we telling them where to start by taking heed to according to the word.
like dude, when you trying to work out smoking.
That would have been a good start if you would have stopped and been like, man, I ain't gonna smoke no more. That's a good start. You get somewhere. You making what it say? Jake break down motion between motion and progress. Jake said when I'm moving, he did motion when he was moving. But if he would have made progress, he would stop, listen, and put that shit away and never smoke. There's progress. That's what the Lord is looking for. He ain't looking for no motion. He's looking for progress, man. Progression. You know? Keep going on that. Because we're going to close out on that.
This is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 23. And it says, but he that receiveth, this is verse 23 in Matthew 13. But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word.
Hey, he that receives seed unto the good ground. Hey. That precept we should continue with his seed. I think it's Sirach 1 and 13. We should continue with the seed. And I want you to give me Psalms 2. Give me Psalms 1. Ain't this 1?
I had that book one. Yeah, I got that.
Alright, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, go ahead and do what you got.
Alright, back in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 23, and it reads, but he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
So he did what he was supposed to do. He did what he was told. He didn't sugarcoat it. He did not go off script. He stayed on the script. This is a movie, man. The Lord wants us to direct want us to perform our parts with, man, 100% performances, man. 144 progress, man. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
You know? And we gotta, hey, how you gonna accomplish that? By being those that hear and understand. Get what I call for. Get what I call for first before this song. So we're gonna end on song. In the womb.
The rock one.
I started 13, said this is Rock 1 and 13. Whoso feareth the Lord, it should go well with him in the last.
Whoso feareth the Lord, it should go well with him at the last. Keep going.
And he shall find favor in the day of his death.
And he shall find favor in the day of his death. What's that favor, brother? Salvation. Because you have endured the temptation, because you have kept my word, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And it says, verse 14, to fear the Lord Yahweh Shai is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created in the faithful in the womb.
Hey, and it was created with the faithful in the womb, man. Okay? And ultimately, the faithful in the womb is dealing with the elect, man. The elect of the nation of Israel, 20,000 from each tribe. Okay? And there you have it, man. They're faithful in the womb. The one that sow a good seed on the ground. The one that listen, hearken unto the words of Yahweh Shai is ultimately the elect. Okay? And guess who the Lord is coming for, man? All right? We're going to turn towards the east and give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akakodah.
double honor to the elders and the apostles teaching us this truth. And blessed to the brothers preach the word throughout the four corners, man. Hey, BTA.
Yeah.
Shalom. Shalom.